Well, good morning. Trucker Todd here, and time for the Monday video. All right, folks, today's going to be a little bit different video than what I had originally planned. Originally, I was going to tell you the sky is falling, rates are terrible, and that fuel is super high, all of which is true. But as I've said in other videos, I've got a pretty smart audience, and I'd rather not tell you things you already know. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what I think is the root cause of those problems and what I think we can do to fix those problems. So before we jump into that, make sure you give me a thumbs up, share this video on your social media platforms, and look down in the description below for a lot of great information about things like how you can apply at Dart Transit. You guys know I love it here. Also, there's a new feature I wanted to tell you about. We now have a deal called Super Thanks. You guys can click on that, and it will allow you to donate a couple of dollars to the channel if you want to, and it gives you a like a special little, I don't know what you'd describe it as, notification insignia type thing, to let us know that you really appreciate the channel. But without any further ado, let's jump into today's video. Here we go.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down, flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round, for my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Alrighty, we're back. And so, as I said in the intro, there's a lot going on right now. Fuel prices are really high and rates are not that great. Everybody thinks that they want to be on the load boards. And right now, truth be told, in most lease purchases, you could probably make more on mileage pay. But that's temporary. It's not going to be forever. Now, I'm not going to pretend I could tell you exactly when it's going to end. But at some point, things will rebound. In the stock market, they call it correction. And we'll have a correction in trucking as well. Things will go back to the way they were, and the spot market at some point will return back to the good old days. Now, will it be a week from now? Will it be 6 months from now? I can't tell you those things. Will it be a year from now? Who knows? So, let's look at why it's happening and what we can do about it, instead of belly aching and moaning about it. Now, I hate doing anything income related, because every time I do, someone without the facts gets on here and starts criticizing me, telling me I'm stupid for what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. So let's get a few things clear before we jump into this. Dart has both percentage pay options and mileage pay options. They also have where you can run the load boards. It's called the OPI fleet, and there is a waiting list to get on that. I tell people 3 to 6 months waiting list. Your times might vary. You might be on it quicker than that. It might take longer. There's a lot of factors that go into that. So when you get on here and tell me Dart's mileage pay sucks, that's fine. They have percentage options. When you get on here and tell me Dart's rates are too low, that's fine. They have mileage pay options. So this is not a debate. If you want to get on here, if you've watched my income videos and you're making more money than me, then good for you. If you're getting on here and you're making less money than me, I'm sorry. Hopefully these videos can help you to improve that income. I'm not here to defend or criticize any company in this video. I'm here to talk about what's going on in the marketplace and how that we can all make it better. So some of you are relentless. You want me to talk about other trucking companies, and so that's coming very soon, I promise you. I'm going to, you guys know I had a little spat with Dart recently. I did look at a lot of companies, and while I really don't like doing those videos, so many people have asked for it that I don't have a choice. I am going to talk about other companies, but because I like it here so much at Dart, I'm going to compare them to Dart in a lot of ways and say what I like about Dart better and what I like about those other companies' options better. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I really want to stay focused here. We got a lot to get to. So, fuel prices. I would love to tell you there's a magic thing we can do to make fuel prices better. The honest truth is there's nothing any of us can do. A lot of the people that control fuel prices, I don't know and you don't know and we don't have control of. It's a global market, as you know, and there's nobody at OPEC that I can call or that you can call. And while a lot of this could be blamed on the president, truth be told, it's not completely all his fault too. He has done some things that have definitely contributed to it, but he's not the end-all be-all problem for this situation. About the only thing we can do regarding fuel is to try to make the best of a bad situation. What do I mean by that? I mean get the maximum fuel economy you can out of your truck right now. My wife and I just completed a 34-hour break here in Spokane, Washington. We idled very, very, very little. It was cool here. There was no need for it. But I'd get out of the truck to walk in the truck stop, and I'd hear all these trucks idling. And it's just, you're just blowing money out your stacks that you don't have to blow. Also, pulling lighter loads is going to take and improve your fuel economy a lot. Slowing down when you can. Hey, I don't like going slow either. At 55 and 60, I'm like a zombie. I get bored out of my mind. But if you've got the opportunity to slow down, let's say you've got a load that has an extra day on it. You know you can't deliver it early. Slow down, get that fuel economy. It's going to help you in the long run. But I understand. I'm not here to debate speed limiters or governors. We've done that in other videos. But as far as fuel goes, that's about all we can do. By doing that, if enough of us do it, it will reduce the demand, and hopefully supplies will come up and we'll start to see some prices come down. Also, maybe some more level-headed people that do have more to do with that market will start making better decisions that benefit us all. Good grief, I can't talk tonight. And if not, there's an election coming up and hopefully some changes will be made there. But like I've told you, even if tomorrow morning they all got in a room together and they said, today we're going to do everything right and change fuel prices, you're still looking at probably at least 6 months and probably a little over a year before we would feel it at the pump or at the grocery store or anywhere else. The thing you've got is that everything just about ends up on a truck or a train, both of which use diesel. So when diesel prices go up, the cost of goods and services go up because it costs more in transportation cost. You might notice when you order something on Amazon or eBay or one of those services, stuff that used to have free shipping, now you're paying for shipping for. This is why, because their shipping costs have gone up and they're passing them on to the consumer. So yeah, everything's higher. I just saw a deal the other day on the news. Grocery prices are 10% higher than they were a year ago, which is actually pretty good because diesel prices are almost double what they were a year ago. So it's actually, things are going to get better. This is not the end of the world. This video, like I said, prior to me shooting it, I was planning to go real negative, and there's really still room for optimism, but it's definitely tough times, and it is going to weed out the weaker in the herd for sure. So let's talk about brokers and freight rates. Why are those so terrible? Well, it's real easy to blame the broker, and I've caught myself doing it a few times. It's real easy to say, well, they're still charging the shippers the higher rates, but they're not passing them on to the driver. And you know what? There may be some truth to that. But here's the deal. Brokers, there's so many of them that honestly they're not organized enough to collectively conspire against drivers. So basically what's happening, and yeah, there's some price gouging going on, but basically what's happening is they'll put a load out there for $1.50 a mile and somebody will take it. We as truck drivers have got to stop doing that. I know you don't want to sit. I know you're scared to sit. Heck, I just told you we took a 34-hour break because we couldn't get a good load till Monday. It's better to sit and not make money than it is to haul a load for a loss. And it's like going to, sometimes we have to do this in Lubbock. There's a Stripes over by my house, which is a convenience store for those that don't know. Sometimes I'll have to go buy milk there at night, and it'll be almost $5 a gallon. Now, at Walmart, I could get the same gallon of milk for probably $3 and something, almost half the price. I can't go to Stripes at night time because I'm paying for convenience, buy a gallon of milk, go back the next day, and then complain to the manager that Walmart sells milk cheaper. Well, the same is true here with rates. The broker's offering a load. They're saying, I got a load that goes from here to here, and I'll pay $1.50 a mile. And drivers are lining up for it. They're underbidding each other. A guy will say, I'll do it for $1.50. Another guy says, I'll do it for $1.40. Some of you guys will do it for $1 a mile, even though your fuel's costing you more than that. And then turn around, and after you get the load and receive the rate confirmation, then complain that you got a cheap load. If we, you know, I started to do a video about this. If you guys don't know your value, you can't expect anybody else to value you. So if you're out there pulling these cheap loads, I had one I bid on that was a 2-stopper in Texas a while back, about a month ago. I was trying to get home for a doctor's appointment, and another guy come in and underbid me by $1,000. Now, if you want to underbid me by $50, underbid me by $100. But when you underbid me by $1,000, you don't know your numbers. I'm not even sure you're out here to make a profit. And the statement I'm hearing a lot of guys make lately is, well, it'll cover my fuel. You shouldn't be out here to cover your fuel. You should be out here to make a profit and support your family. If you're just hauling loads at the bare minimum so you can cover your expenses, you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting the rest of us. Now, what's going to happen in the coming weeks and months, regardless of how long this lasts, is you guys that are pulling these cheap loads, you guys that are saying, well, it'll cover my fuel. Well, I'll haul this one at a loss because it'll get me in an area that will pay better, which I'll admit, sometimes you got to do that. There's times you get in the country and you might have to deadhead. I had to deadhead one time 300 miles. But it should be the exception, not the rule. If you're regularly deadheading long distances to get back in a good area, you need to plan better. Like I said, the activities of a few affect all of us. We've all got to be better about knowing our value and knowing our cost. What does it cost us to operate this truck? And what is our time worth? You know, there's drivers right now trying to get a truck driver's minimum wage. Let's start acting like professionals and stop trying to get the minimum we can get and start trying to get a fair wage that we can all live with. A lot of you don't realize the amount of legal liability you took on when you entered a lease purchase and started your own business. You need a healthy profit for the amount of risk you're taking. You don't need enough profit to just cover your fuel or just get you to this other area where you might get a good load. I will guarantee you, if we as a trucking community for even 4 or 5 days would just hold firm and say, I'm not going to take rates this low. It's unacceptable. The rates would come up. These companies would say, I don't care what it takes. I need my freight. Get it here. And that's what it's going to take. As long as we've got weak-kneed people that won't stand up for themselves and that'll just haul anything, then we've got to expect this. But that's my rant for today. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on Wednesday, and y'all take care. Bye-bye.